Red Beacon Daily News, July 15, 2026. Brought to you by disastercoffee.com, folks. Let's get into it. Let's talk water right off the bat. Planning a sustainable water future in the United States. On the fringe, the management of water has become an issue. And I'm seeing it pop up more and more. This article talks about desalination, amongst other things, but the intro is what's interesting. Within 45 years, water demand in the United States is predicted to double, while climate change expected to worsen freshwater supplies, with 44% of the country already experiencing some form of drought. One way to expand water resources is desalination, where salt is removed from seawater or brackish groundwater to make clean, usable water. That is the line. 45 years, water demand in the United States is predicted to double. That is seems like an underwhelming prospect compared to what's happening right now, which is an overwhelming prospect. The level of drought right now is insane. 44% of the country already experiencing some form of drought. 44%. The article goes on to talk about by 2040, solar uh, photovoltaics paired with optimized battery storage are projected to produce electricity at a lower cost than the grid in the states facing the largest water deficits, making renewable power desalination a competitive option by 2040. The real issue here is what? It's growing usage. It's a concern for things other than, we're talking about things like data centers and other technologies that will come from artificial intelligence that will require even more water. The conversation about water is, well, if you're not into prepping and you haven't been following that world and the world of drought and the world of emergency water storage, then you probably haven't spent the last 10 years reading about aquifers, reading about Lake Mead, reading about the fact that when we're in a drought, we don't go from the drought to all of a sudden, oh, we got some rain, we're back to normal. And I think that's what people need to understand. We don't go back to normal, to what normal used to be. There is no more going back to normal with water levels. Water is an issue, okay? Water is undoubtedly an issue and it will continue to be an issue. And if you get a data center next door to you, guess what? It's going to be an issue even more. Um, Plan accordingly. This is why prepping, this is why self reliance and independence has to be at the core of human life. Just has to be. It has to be one of those things because we have to understand that the world turns, baby. Things change as the world turns. You have to be adaptable. You have to be able to say, okay, well, this is a problem. We got to be able to address this. We got to look at this way. We got to do this, right? It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. And we're lying to ourselves if we don't think it's a big deal. Big news out of New York for our eyes on AI
Your
segment.
AI assistant here. We've got a bit of a good news situation.
So, New York State becomes the first U.S. state to impose AI data center ban. Kathy Hochul on Tuesday signed an executive order banning the construction of any new hyperscaler data centers using 50 megawatts or more of power for up to 1 year. It's the first statewide data center ban in the U.S., though similar measures, also referred to as moratoriums, are being considered by other states. I talked about this. We talked about this. The people do not like the data centers. The kids, when I say the kids, I mean, I don't know, 10 to 20, 10 to 25, whatever, 12, 15 to 25, somewhere around there. They do not like artificial intelligence. It's a comedian jester for their for their entertainment at most, at best. And I'm going off my kids and his friends, like they understand the downside, the downstream effects, not just the effect on humanity, but the effect on resource management, right? The effect on RAM. You see, RAM is a big conversation also with this artificial intelligence thing because kids get RAM. The kids can immediately wrap their head around this idea. Oh, the RAM. Well, my RAM is affected because I'm in this situation where I need, in order to operate my digital world that I love, I need this RAM, and the RAM is going crazy. Why? Because data centers, artificial intelligence needs it to operate. So we're going to see a lot more of this stuff. Artificial intelligence is, funny enough, the common enemy. You know, it really is the common enemy we all need.